The Democratic backlash to Trump, if they make one fucking excuse and blame third-party voters, they're the dumbest people in the entire world, because you realize you need to win them back, you idiots. You can't just blame them and be like, third parties, I'm Hillary. Hillary, just fucking kill yourself and get out of the Democratic Party. You're ruining it for us. I don't want to have to buy health insurance when I'm 21. Why couldn't you have just been a real progressive and just fucking won? Why couldn't you have been a real progressive and have the Senate at least win? Come the fuck on. Why couldn't you have just dropped out, Hillary? You shouldn't have ran. You shouldn't have ran. You knew all the baggage you had. You knew that the private server shit would come up, and we know that internally your staff was telling you that maybe you shouldn't run because of the emails. And then your staff will go out there and act like they're no big fucking deal. You knew it was going to be a big deal, and you decided to sell the country down the fucking river because, make no mistake, the establishment Democrats will act like they hate this, and act like it's my fault, once again, for voting third party. But it's not. The reason I voted third party is because I don't support neoliberalism, and you should have realized that when you voted for a horrible candidate in the fucking general. All right, you people who went around saying that Bernie Sanders was a weak general election candidate and Hillary's battle tested, means nothing. All these meaningless platitudes killed Hillary. Battle tested, stronger together, break down the barriers, means nothing. In the polls, she was up on an average of like 5 to 10, 5 at the highest, like 8, 9. 5 on average of 5 before she got into the race with Donald Trump, 5, 6. And Bernie Sanders was up 10 to 15 points to Donald Trump before. And then what caused Hillary to drop? Because she was killing him at certain points. She was well above 5% over him when the pussy grabbing tape came out. What killed her? Was it the fact that the millennials are just dumb and lazy? Millennials are dumb and lazy. No, the thing that killed her is the WikiLeaks and the October surprise. It decimated her unfavorables, and it fucking destroyed her chances, and it made people not want to go out and vote. That's her fault for being horrible. It's not our fault for recognizing that she's horrible. So that's the whole point of this video, is that the establishment is going to go out there and act like we're idiots for recognizing that Hillary is horrible and not voting for her, and cutting out this poison from the Democratic Party so we can move on and put in progressives. They're going to act like it's my fault. But it's your fault, everyone. Everyone who spread all these meaningless platitudes about how Hillary is a strong general election candidate. I pointed out to my mom when she said, because she knows I voted third party and she voted Hillary because she's super afraid of Trump, and I am too now. But yeah, so she knew I voted third party, and I was like, Hill might take back North Carolina, and she's like, no thanks to you. And I'm like, Mom, you voted for Hillary in the primary. It's your fault, because if we had Bernie Sanders, once again, it would have been over at like 9 o'clock. Okay? It would have been over at like 9 fucking o'clock. We would have known what was going to happen. Because Bernie Sanders totally undercuts Donald Trump's populist message, because everything that Donald Trump is good on, Bernie Sanders is much better on and actually authentic, and can hammer him for being a fucking hypocrite. Donald, you fucking hypocrite. So I'm just upset. And now I have to go to school and listen to all these idiots have their opinions. It's going to piss me the fuck off. People are going to be all mad at Jill Stein. I can't wait to see if these Jill Stein signs are still up. People are going to be freaking the fuck out. I'm going to go stand around the Jill Stein signs, I guess, and just on campus and just see what happens. I bet my campus is going to be fucking burning. I go to like the most liberal college you can possibly think of. We don't even have a homecoming king and queen, because that would discriminate against non-binary people. Like, that's what we're talking about. So I'm going to have a fun day, a dreadful day. But yeah, everyone, in case you live under a fucking rock, Donald Trump is the next president. And that I could have lived with, but the real tragedy is that we lost the Senate. But then again, maybe it's not a tragedy, because many of the senators that were challenging Republicans were establishment Democrats themselves. And they couldn't get their voter turnout high enough because they don't have enough of a message. A wake-up call to the establishment on the Democratic side that they cannot go on anymore. The establishment on the Republican side really low-key just won. You can act like Donald Trump is not the same as establishment Republican, but now that he's part of their club, he's just a Republican now. He's gonna go along with everything in their platform. He's gonna do right-wing stuff, and he's not gonna do anything to stop TPP. He's gonna pass it, and he's gonna maybe change a few things about it, just like Hillary said that she would make sure the TPP meets 3 tests. Don't get anything mistaken. Donald Trump is just as corrupt as Hillary Clinton. He's just more of a buffoon, and he's not as good at it. So because Donald Trump isn't as good at being corrupt, and he stumbled upon this populist message because he's like, well, if I can't get as much big money, maybe I'll go with the whole populist thing. Because that worked, now we're getting a Trump presidency, and this all could have been avoided once again with Bernie Sanders. So establishment Dems, you need to learn from this. We need to nominate people who have real issues that will motivate people to vote. And once again, meaningless platitudes killed Hillary.